I'd like to share a tip that I use for the Yamane technique to achieve adequate centration. So before I actually mark, I'm going to actually use a caliper to measure the diameter of the cornea from here to here, and I operate through the temporal view. And I'll split that value in half and use that as a marker for where to place my marks. If you do this, you're going to get good centration. The reason why is because if you don't mark it at the appropriate halfway point, then you're going to get a decentered IOL. So I'm not talking about tilt, I'm talking about decentration. So in this case here, the surgeon has marked the eye, but has placed the marks slightly inferiorly, or in our view, slightly more temporally. And so the IOL will be more temporally placed. And I'm just depicting that by seeing the edge of the IOL here. Alternatively, if the surgeon places the marks more superiorly or more nasally, then the IOL will be displaced more nasally, and you can see the depiction of the edge of the IOL. So by just taking one step before you actually mark, measure the diameter of the cornea, divide it by a half, and then use that as a marker for where to place your marks, you will get adequate centration. Now, of course, the scleral passages have to be equidistant and symmetrical to avoid any other issues, but you can have really good constructed tunnels, but if the marks are not equidistantly placed relative to the cornea, then even with good scleral tunnels, you will likely end up with a slightly displaced IOL, either nasally or temporally. I hope you found this tip to be useful.